You already announced season 2.
I was directing season 2 right before I came here. So we're keeping busy with all this work, with all the writing and directing, and then we'll be editing soon and doing visual effects and music and we really finished the first season and went right into the second one, kind of overlapping as far as me doing post-production and pre-production. But I have to tell you, I've never had more fun doing anything.
How great now that this is finally out there and the
I
fans
know.
are hearing the reaction.
Well, that's the thing, especially with Star Wars, but always, you want to make sure, if you're making it and the fans don't dig what you're doing, I don't know that I could keep doing it. Like a big part of it is that you want to connect. You want to connect with the fans. When you're taking on something like Star Wars, you know, I didn't create Star Wars. You know, I grew up with Star Wars, and so you want to make sure you're servicing it in a way that's respectful to what came before, and in a way that hopefully delights the audience and the fans. Working with Dave Filoni, who I think you just spoke to, has been a great partnership because he's so plugged into that Star Wars culture from having worked on it with George for 10 years on Clone Wars. And he and I have known each other for a long time, and for us to get together, it really feels like we're running like we're throwing a big party, and we really are digging it and appreciating this moment.
Now, our host Billy Bush cornered me today. He's like, I don't quite get the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Can you explain it to me? And I'm like, let me see if
I can. I think Star Wars is. For me, I grew up with it. For me, there's something about falling in love with something at a certain age, and just like taste in music or taste in food, or your favorite pizza place, it has to do with what you first experienced when you're growing up. And Star Wars was that thing for me. I was born in '66, so I was right there at the right age when it came out. I was like just entering into my teenage years. I think I was 12, and it was a big deal. And it was at a time when there wasn't a lot out there for you. And so when you found something like Star Wars, you watch it over and over again. You listen to the record. You played with the toys, and then the sequel came out, and the sequel was great. And so you were part of it. And then I think there's people who feel that way about the prequels, who grew up in that era, and now there's people with the sequels. So I think it's investing in it at that age, and if it gthen you, then they got you for life, you know.
Now, what was it about, like, bringing the vibe of the spaghetti western to Star Wars?
I just thought it was the spaghetti western vibe and the samurai genre worked really well with Star Wars because it was part of what inspired George Lucas and allowed us to tell stories on the scale that I was drawn to. You know, real person against person, people drifting through the galaxy, feeling isolation, feeling like you're on the edge of civilization, especially in this volatile time after the Empire, after the Revolution. So it's something I've always been drawn to cinematically, and it's great to be able to use those tropes and tools and imagery as a filmmaker to have that available to me. And Star Wars is the perfect opportunity to delve into that aspect of cinematic history.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.